What's up, everybody? I'm Chris Lyford. I'm the senior editor here at Psychotherapy Networker. We're at Symposium 2024. What a blast it's been. To all of you out there watching, I wish you could be here with us, but this is the next best thing. I'm joined today by none other than the legendary JC Hall. JC Hall is a hip-hop therapist. He's coming to us from the Bronx. He is a social worker who works at Mott Haven High School, correct?
Very true.
High school. Okay. I want to make sure I got that right. JC's also feeling a little under the weather today, so I appreciate you extra. I told him this is like Michael Jordan's 1997 flu game, which is a reference that I feel like a lot of New Yorkers would appreciate. Also, our late founder and our legendary steward, Rich Simon, who passed away in 2020. We are also a magazine in addition to hosting the symposium, so I want to shout that out as well. This is our latest issue. It's called Where Are All Our Friends? I wrote a piece in this issue. I hope you'll check it out. It's about the male friendship recession. But yeah, for the time being, I want to talk to JC about his craft, about his work, who he is. We're gonna play some games. We might even give away some prizes, so stick around. So I'm going to give a quick bio. I'm probably going to mangle it. I want you to fill in the gaps. But JC, in addition to being a hip-hop therapist and just an all-around good guy, he is also the winner of the illustrious Jefferson Award. He shares that honor with none other than Thurgood Marshall, Rosalind Carter, Oprah, Bill and Melinda Gates, John Lewis, Ed Kennedy, the notorious RBG. Want to make sure I got that right. And Brian Stevenson. But he is also the winner of the Vanguard Award, which is the award we give to rising stars here at Symposium. Which, you know, like we'll say we're about even, right? Jefferson, Vanguard, okay.
And I owe that all to you, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So that goes back to when I met JC back in 2019. I was introduced to JC by Elliot Gann, who's a fellow hip hop therapist. We'll meet him in a second. Man, it's been 5 years. It's hard to believe, but I interviewed JC for a piece. You can look it up on psychotherapynetworker.org. It's called Hip Hop Therapy, The Healing Power of Giving Kids the Mic. Highly recommend you check it out. It's all about this amazing guy. I feel like, so this is the second year we're doing this. I feel like we need a cool title. We do. Any ideas? I got one, but I want to hear yours first. You're the creative.
Now I want to hear what you got.
Hall Pass. That's mine. Is
Hall Pass.
that horrible?
Okay.
Is that horrible?
Like that.
Okay.
What do you think? I think we got a nod.
Okay, Hall Pass. If you guys have any ideas in the chat, let us know. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're a New Yorker, if you're from Mott Haven, you get bonus points. JC, take it away. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about hip hop therapy. What it is you do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it. Legendary, man. I will take that word very dearly. I appreciate that, man. I'm just yeah, like you said, still a little sick, still a little loopy. Yesterday was a total fever dream. I tried to do a full day workshop, just kind of hopped up on Robitussin, Tylenol, and Advil, just doing the best I can. Mm-hmm. I totally even forgot what you just asked me. Did you say tell them a little bit about myself?
Yeah. So you were a social worker at Mott Haven, yeah?
So I work as I'm a school social worker at Mott Haven Community High School. It's a second chance transfer high school for kids who are overage and undercredited. I've been blessed to have the opportunity to build a professional recording studio there about 11 years ago, back in 2012, 2013, and to engage youth in the therapeutic process through writing, recording, producing, performing their own music, beats. And then, like you said, shout out to my man, Dr. Elliot Gann. He really helped me build out that his model is the therapeutic beat making model. Okay. He really helped me build out that aspect of the program. So we got an L-shaped room. One side is like the recording wing. And then the other side, there's like this bar. It's like a beat bar. You can kind of pull up seats and the kids can just kind of bang out on beat pads. Some are more verbal and they like to really discuss things that are going on and try to put it into words. And others, it might be a lot more kinesthetic and they just want to bang out and work through some stuff on the beat pads, whether they're, bringing in certain samples, certain drum loops, certain breaks, and all as a way, a trauma-informed approach to work with youth coming from really, just really highly traumatized communities. whether that's gang violence, neighborhood violence, or systemic structures set in place that have historically robbed these communities of chances to even just like forget thrive, just survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get to do it in the birthplace of hip hop culture in the South Bronx, which is beautiful for me. Hip hop saved my life as an artist first and foremost. That's how I come to this work. It was a way for me to express myself, to connect with others. Hip hop kept me afloat long before I ever stumbled upon therapy. Both saved my life separately, and so to kind of be able to find a way to merge the two through stumbling upon my late mentor, Dr. Edgar Tyson's work, the originator of hip hop therapy. That has been a dream come true, tremendously serendipitous, and really just highlighting those inherent overlaps between like that expressive nature of in hip hop, making music or the dancing or whatever art form you might resonate most with, and in therapy, right? Like it's an expressive form of alchemy in many ways, and a way to connect with others and release. And it's a very different cultural manifestation. It might look very different, but it doesn't mean the same underlying processes aren't occurring.
Awesome, man. You bring up two really good points. You talked about your own experience, how hip hop saved you. You've been incredibly forthcoming about your own struggle, how hip hop saved you. And you had this beautiful moment of self-disclosure in yesterday's workshop. You were leading a workshop on hip hop therapy, where you're an artist yourself. You go by the name Phoenix. Somebody asked you if you could sing, or rap rather, excuse me, one of your own songs, and you did. And I want to hear about what that was like for you personally, and just your process of self-disclosure. How do you approach that in your work?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. That was a really wild moment. There was this older man in the back who just kind of was like, during the break, I saw someone had put up some music of yours. I want to hear something of yours. And we were talking about trauma. And I basically said, you know what, I'll he said, let's hear something of yours. And I was like, well, how deep do you want to go? Like, you know what I mean? Because I have some really personal songs. And he was like, everybody was like, deep, deep. Let's go as deep as we can. And I was like, all right. So I pulled up this song I made for my younger brother who passed called Just Us. And I played it, kind of sat in the back, and I've never played that in a group before. I had no intention of playing it. Again, was a little bit under the weather, so extra vulnerable, and I sat in the back and bawled as it played, and everybody just kind of was watching. And then, but the moment of connection afterwards was so beautiful. There was one woman who was saying, the song's basically walking viewers through my relationship with my younger brother through 3 separate snapshots. The first verse is me and him as kids just trying to figure stuff out, and my introduction into me falling into drug addiction and kind of utilizing him to try to get away with stuff. The second verse is me and my mom kind of helping me through an overdose situation. Third verse is when I start getting my act together and he starts slipping and falling back down. And one woman really resonated. She was like, that reminds me of my 2 sons. Wow. And during the experiential exercise, she wrote like a verse dedicated to that song based on that, and rapped it in front of everybody. And it was like super dope. That's as a way to kind of speak about, how she had a similar experience with her 2 sons struggling with mental health issues and addiction. So it was like it was a real genuine moment where I figured, let me be vulnerable. Let me try this, play this song. Didn't know how I'd react. The second it came on, it like really hit me, and it was just gut wrenching. And for the group to hold space for me then to kind of be able to be open and vulnerable like that, and just like not even be able to find the words, and for them to kind of carry me, it was a beautiful, and I think that's like so hip hop, right? It's just so group based and everybody kind of holding space for each other. And it was a beautiful moment of like, I'm not just in front lecturing and telling everybody how this is supposed to work. Like, I don't ask people to do things I don't personally do myself. I really like push myself to process certain traumas through my own music. And,
well, let me ask you, that's interesting, because people have held space for you too, like Dr. Tyson. And you and I share that in common. We both had really brilliant mentors who have since passed. What does a mentor mean to you? And that is so important in your field, having somebody who supports you and guides you, especially through really tough personal moments. So talk briefly about Dr. Tyson and what he meant to you.
Yeah, man. Dr. Tyson, I think one of the primary things he did is just give me permission to be myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he didn't. We were talking about in the workshop yesterday how a lot of these programs we go through, these graduate programs, they grind the humanness out of you and what makes you unique.
Yeah.
And some of the most beautiful things, maybe that even bring you to this work that make you want to be in the healing profession. That stuff kind of gets like washed away and stomped out, all in the attempt to make us this rigid form of what it means to be a therapist.
Yeah.
And that it takes away some of the essence of what makes us all so like good at what we do. And I think what he really did is create space for me to just be myself.
Yeah.
Even by coining the term hip hop therapy and having that be something where there was like a research article that I could point to. You know, my first, I remember my first class, they were asking, what do you want to be? Like, why are you here? What do you want to do? And I said, I want to be a hip hop therapist. And everybody laughed. And it was like, as much as it was hurtful, part of me on the other end was like, yeah, but I got like this dude behind me. You know what I mean? Like,
and that motivates you sometimes,
yeah,
right?
dude. It's like I don't care what these people think. This guy has put in the work, paid the dues, and set up a foundation for me to stand upon. So even if like people don't get it right now or never will, I don't need that. I got this one guy who's like a real genuine dude who believes in me and is pushing me to really try to forward this. Yeah. And that's all I needed, man. That's all anybody really needs.
Yeah. This morning, we had a keynote with Susan Cain, who talks about moving through grief. She was joined by David Kessler, who talks about making meaning, and it's just awesome that you can be this person for these kids and really other artists and therapists as well, in the way that Dr. Tyson was for you, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, each one teach one, and that's hip hop as hell, right? Like just paying it forward, just trying to pay it forward, and even like 12-step programs, right? Give away what was so freely given to you. There's something about that ethos that's just, it's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah, awesome, man. So I want to talk about hip hop. And I'm gonna rapid fire some questions at you.
Cool.
And guys in the online audience, feel free to join. But I want to know, what is your core memory of hip hop? So like, how old are you? You're a kid. What is that song that you heard that really made you pause and fall in love with hip hop?
It's a great question. It's got to go to Lauryn Hill. And I think to this day, anytime I do a workshop, I'm showing songs of hers. I think because there was
Miseducation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like Everything Is Everything. That joint. So the Fugees, that first album, The Score, was the first hip hop album I got in like 4th grade.
Okay.
Where it hit me in a way that really like I never turned back. That's like stamped in my mind.
Nice.
And her specifically as an MC, she was just so like quick with it and just like verbally just so intelligent and would phrase things in a way where I was like, what is this? Like verbal gymnastics. I always loved poetry.
Yeah.
Like in 1st grade, I would write these like wild little books of poetry about, who knows, like pumpkin patches, like nonsense. You know what I mean? I always was fascinated with the human language and how you could bend syllables and manipulate words. And then it was just like this perfect introduction of someone doing that effortlessly and flawlessly.
There's that. We referenced this last year, but so Eminem says, nobody can rhyme anything with orange. Yes. And he says, well, it's about how you bend the words. I put my 4-inch door hinge in porridge with George.
Yeah, with George.
I love that. I love that.
Yes. It's all in the way you twang it and the way you pronounce it. And even in the workshops, like I was saying, one of the slides I put up is to really harness and hearken on your local dialect, right? So I put up the word coffee. And a lot of people, some people, I guess from Midwest, I'll say, how do you, they say coffee.
Yeah.
And so when you rhyme, it's the same word, but based on how you twang it. So coffee, saucy, bossy, shortly, like you might have certain rhymes, but then if you say coffee, got me, probably, choppy, not me, like it's a whole different set of rhymes that you're then exposed to based on the pronunciation, which I think is so dope, because that's why it's, based on wherever you are, the dialect can, open up new possibilities of the language that can unfold and connect the dots to express a specific thing.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said, I love his orange rhyme. So step up your game, man. You got
orange is no joke, dude.
again, we got like limited time here, so I want to rapid fire these at you.
Cool.
But first hip hop album you ever bought?
The Score. Yeah. Fugees,
Okay.
The Score.
Okay. All right.
Mine DMX is Dark and Hell is Hot. What was yours?
Mine was Big Willie Style by Will Smith.
Okay.
That is embarrassing, but that's the truth.
Hey man,
I gotta own it.
I love the honesty. And
Okay.
Will Smith, I mean, he's talented.
At his moments, but
yes, he's a very talented, talented dude.
Okay, first hip hop concert for you.
Eminem. The
Nice,
Eminem show.
nice.
I was 15 years old.
That was 20 years ago, right?
Yes.
Or thereabouts.
Yes. And
Hard
I
to believe.
was under the influence. It was bad. It was bad. I snuck out to and then try to sneak back. It was I don't think I even really remember the show, but I think it was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mine was Atmosphere. I know we're both Atmosphere fans.
Yes.
But
wow. So your first show was Atmosphere.
My first show was Atmosphere.
I didn't even get into Atmosphere until I was until like 17.
Okay.
Later.
Okay. Yeah.
That's wild.
Trying to Find a Balance was my anthem, like all through college. So
how'd you find out about Atmosphere?
I had a roommate who was really into Atmosphere.
Like in college or?
In college, yeah. I heard that song and I was hooked.
Yeah, Trying to Find a Balance. Yeah, that's dope.
That's sweet. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Dude.
All right. Who's in your top 10 right now? Whoever comes to mind, just rattle them off.
Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. I gotta give love to Drake. I know that's gonna be something that many people aren't gonna like that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Smino's fire. But it's tough too because it's like the era, the generation. I mean, Tupac will always be my number one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's anytime someone asks me, I'm kind of like, I want to ask for more specifiers. Like, can you narrow it down to like underground? I mean, like, so Atmosphere, Idea and Abilities, Sage Francis, this dude Cage, Biggie, Wu-Tang, like so many, like just a large swath of different palettes to choose from. It's really tough to just narrow it down. Yeah.
All right.
You got a top?
I got a weird workout playlist.
Okay.
I got some Tupac on there.
Okay.
I got some Eminem on there just because I grew up with that.
Yeah,
you know?
agreed. Eminem's a beast.
Yeah. Man, what else? It'll come to me.
Yeah. Fair.
But I want to move on real quick. And this is an ongoing debate. It will be till the end of time. But East Coast rap or West Coast rap? We got an East Coaster over here, so
I'm an East Coaster, but I love Pac, man. So I guess I gotta go West.
All right.
I mean, Elliot would probably. What would you say, East or West? Rap. Yes.
Depends if it's underground or commercial.
Yeah, it's a nuanced response. I respect it. Yeah. I mean, if I gotta go on face. Pac big, I'm gonna go Pac.
Okay, all right.
Even though, man, I grew up on East Coast hip hop, like Mobb Deep, Nas, Jay, Big, you know. But something about Pac, you know, the activist in him, and the Black Panther in him, and that lineage. There was a passion to him that not many, if any, MCs have had then, since, all the way up till now.
Okay. All right, best and worst hip hop movies or movies featuring rappers.
Oh wow, that's a.
Let's start with the best.
I used to love How High.
Yeah.
With Method Man.
I've never seen it.
No.
That's an oldie.
That's probably better you didn't see it.
Yeah, we're dating ourselves here.
Yeah.
Okay. Worst movie? You can give that a Razzie. It's fair game.
I don't know if I even can think of many hip hop movies. Step Up Part 5.
All right. I'm gonna nominate Cool as Ice. Do you remember that?
Which one?
Cool as Ice.
No, I don't
with Vanilla Ice. It's bad, man. All of you out there watching, while JC is catching his breath, YouTube Cool as Ice and
Vanilla Ice.
With Vanilla Ice. It's like a rom-com too. Go on YouTube and check out Cool as Ice.
Oh,
anyways, all right. Next question. Crunk, do we bring it back or do we let it die?
Oh, Crunk, man, that Southern flavor. It's definitely got. Oh, that's tough. No, you said Crunk. Do we bring it back or let it die?
Real quick, a couple people are saying Friday. Friday's best movie.
Friday, yes. Friday is dope.
Okay.
Yeah, Ice Cube. Friday is so dope.
Yeah. All right. So Crunk, you were saying?
Crunk, I mean, like that came at such a pivotal age in my life and influenced a lot of New York MCs like A$AP Rocky. That's a tough call, man. Crunk had its time.
Yeah. All right. What are your thoughts on Andre 3000's Flute album? Andre 3000, for those of you who don't know, and hopefully you do know, he's the co-founder of Outkast. which is music I grew up on, and I think JC as well. But he's got a flute album out now. Out of no lyrics, right?
Yeah.
Just flute.
I forced myself to listen through it, and it was a very painful experience. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
At least you're honest about it. Okay. All right. How about Beyonce's country album?
I haven't heard it.
No? Okay. All right.
What do you think? Was it good?
I haven't listened. I've only heard Texas Hold'em, which I think everybody.
I don't think I've even heard that.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone was like making fun of me about that, but I really don't think I've heard. It's like something like "This Ain't Texas."
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
I think that's all I've.
Okay.
Maybe I've heard the hook. I don't know.
Somebody wrote "Poor JC."
I know. You're dying.
I don't know if they're talking about the Beyonce album or you're coughing.
Oh yeah, either or.
Both. All right. The next part of this interview, and a lot of this, I just want to warn people out there, is PG-13. So if you got kids in the room, put in headphones or mute or turn it way down. So I'm gonna read out some lyrics, the start of some lyrics, and I'm gonna see if JC can finish them. Feel free to contribute if you're watching in the chat. Bonus points if you get the artist and the name of the song.
Okay.
And you get 3 phone a friends. We got Elliot off to the side, so you get 3 strikes.
You ready?
All right. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us. Over
Biggie.
you.
That's big.
Mm-hmm.
Juicy.
Yep. But you got to finish the lyrics. What comes next?
Oh wait, say one more time.
No peeking.
The landlord dissed us.
All right. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays.
Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty.
There you go, man.
There
Nice.
All
right. Didn't even have to use a phone a friend.
Thank God, man.
All
if
right.
I got the Biggie one wrong, that would have been bad.
All right. Next one. This one's a softball. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kind of odd.
Good day.
Good day. Bye.
Yeah, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. Can you finish the
lyrics? It was
lyrics?
kind of odd. Say it one more time.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kind of odd. No barking.
No barking from the dog. I'm gonna tag in my West Coast homie, Elliot, finish the lyric.
Come in here, man.
Finish the lyric for me. Ice Cube, good day.
No barking.
No barking from the dog. How does the lyric go? Yes.
Okay. That's you got
later?
1 strike. That's your first.
Okay, first strike.
All right. The rest of the lyric is no barking.
Damn it, Elliot.
Couple people on here got it. No barking from the dog, no smog, and Mama cooked a breakfast with no hog.
Yes.
All right.
No hog. Boom.
All right.
No smog. Yep.
Marissa, congrats. You crushed it. She got the lyrics. Okay. Now this one is off. I'm gonna give you the artist because you're gonna know it. This is off the Eminem show. My thoughts are sporadic. I act like I'm an addict. I rap like I'm addicted to smack, like I'm Kim Mathers.
I'm addicted to smack, like I'm Kim Mathers.
But I don't wanna.
But I don't wanna act like that shit matters.
I don't wanna go forth and back in constant battles. The fact is, I would rather sit back and.
Oh my God.
And bomb some rappers.
Damn, dude. Wow. And I just said that's the first concert I went to. See, clearly I was out of my mind.
You have an excuse. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I was loopy then too. That's a fire.
We got some laughs in the chat. All right, so Jen said he's sick. He gets a pass. All right. So
I'll take it.
Thank you. 1 strike. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So the Eminem Show was one of our first albums that we both really listened to and fell in love with. You know the song "Sing for the Moment"?
Yes.
It borrows that Aerosmith track.
That riff, yeah.
So this is a little like carpool karaoke. So viewers, please be gentle. I'm not a rapper. I'm just a fan. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna start us off.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna throw it to you. And when you feel comfortable, pass it back to me.
Okay, cool.
So it starts off. These ideas are nightmares to white parents whose worst fear.
Do I get to read the lyrics too, or I'm supposed to know them?
You know?
All right, wait. Say the white whose worst fear. These ideas are nightmares to white parents.
My parents whose worst fear is a child with dyed hair who likes earrings.
Who likes earrings? Yes. And then who likes earrings?
Like whatever they say has no bearing. It's so scary in a house.
Loud, no swearing.
See him walking around.
Headphones blaring.
The moment is ozone cold and he don't care. He's a problem child.
Bothers him. It all comes out when he talks about his fucking dad walking out. He's
'Cause he hates him so bad.
He hates him so bad that he blocks him out.
If you ever saw him again, he'd probably
knock him out. Okay, I feel a little more comfortable with this one.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I did. At least I got some of that.
Some of it.
Okay.
We helped each other out.
Yes.
Okay.
You carried me, but thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
That's a fire song. That's a really fire song.
Yeah.
I definitely identified with that one.
Yeah. All right. This one's a little bit easier. I did this last year. JC knocked this out of the park, so I have high hopes.
Nice.
I'm gonna read a quote. JC's gonna tell me whether it's from a hip hop artist or a therapist. All right. Feel free to join us in the chat, guys. The quote is, "You never know how strong you can be until being strong is the only choice you have left."
You never know how strong you can be until being strong is the only choice you have left.
Who said it? A therapist or a hip hop artist?
I'm gonna say a hip hop artist.
You got it, man. It's Tupac.
Yeah,
that's Tupac. All right, we're 1 for 1.
Boom. 1 for 1. All right, I'm better at this game.
You're getting back. Okay. Second quote. Wherever there is tension, it needs attention.
Wherever there's tension, it needs attention. That's a therapist. But I don't know which one.
All right, you're right. It's Gabor Mate.
Okay, Gabor.
Addiction specialist.
Big homie.
All right, number 3. Remind yourself. Nobody's built like you. You design yourself.
Remind yourself. Nobody's built like you. You design yourself. That's a rapper.
Yep. Diddy.
Diddy. Wow,
Diddy. You got it. Yep. All right. To live is to suffer. To survive, well, that's
DMX,
defined.
baby.
You got it, man. Nice.
Falling, can't get up.
All right, here's the full quote for those of you who are interested. To live is to suffer. To survive, well, that's defined meaning in the suffering. All right. What is this? Number 5. The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change.
As I am, then I can change. That's a therapist, but I don't know.
It's a therapist. It's Carl Rogers.
Okay.
All right, man. We're 5 for 5.
Carl, the humanist. Okay.
Okay. Mistakes make masterful teachers.
Ooh, mistakes make masterful teachers. Is that Jay-Z? No.
That's Nas.
It's Nas.
You got it though.
Okay.
You got it though. It's a rapper.
Okay.
Mistakes
make masterful teachers. I like that a lot.
All right. When there is nothing left to hide, there's nothing left to seek.
When there's nothing left to hide, there's nothing left to seek. That's deep. That sounds. I'm gonna say a therapist.
You got it. That's Esther Perel.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Life will bring you pain all by itself. Your responsibility is to create joy.
Pain all by itself. Your responsibility is to create joy. Is that a rapper?
It's Milton Erickson.
Ooh, Erickson. Okay.
Yeah. All right. That's your first wrong one, but you're doing well, man.
Okay.
If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it?
That's Kendrick.
That's Kendrick, man. You got it. All right. Admit when you're wrong. Shut up when you're right.
Admit when you're wrong. Shut up when you're right. I think that's a therapist, but I don't know.
That is. It's John Gottman.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We're back. Guys, we got like 2 more minutes. So I just want to say we get cut off. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is JC Hall, Vanguard Award winner. Check him out tomorrow. He's accepting his award. He's giving a little 2-minute speech. Maybe there's some rap in there. Maybe not. We don't know yet.
I gotta go write it right after this.
And I'm Chris Lyford. I'm the senior editor here at Psychotherapy Networker. Before we get cut off, please check out this issue. It's our March issue. Where are all our friends? We're going to finish this off strong with a few more. Who said it? A rapper or a therapist. Keep your mouth closed and let your eyes listen.
Keep your mouth closed and let your eyes listen. That's poetic. That sounds like a rapper to me.
It's Lil Wayne.
That's Lil Wayne. Okay. Oh.
All right. Certainty is the enemy of change.
Certainty is the enemy of change. I think it's a therapist.
It's Minuchin. Sal Minuchin.
Oh, okay.
All right. Cool, man. All right. We got 1 minute. I want you to fill in the blank. Hip hop is blank.
Therapy.
Nice. JC Hall is.
Sick as a dog.
And the Networker Symposium is.
Dope.
All right, man. You heard it here, everybody.
Dope.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Chris Lyford, JC Hall. JC, man, great to see you again.
Man. I hope I don't get you sick. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Yeah, we look alike.